Hello everyone, today we are going to solve longest consecutive sequence question in arrays and hashing section. It's the last question. I passed this one because it's a premium question and I need to subscribe. I don't have that money right now. If I have, I will solve it and upload the video. So let's continue with this question, longest consecutive sequence. We have an array and we have to find the longest consecutive sequence in the elements of the array, and it wants us to do it in O n time. Let's see my solutions. First one, I try to do it in C++. It's not too important. Let's look at the Java ones because I normally code in Java. I tried it with C++. It's not important. Okay, let's start with this solution. This solution is actually n log n, but I don't know why, but it's the fastest one I can achieve. This one is on, and this one is also on, and it's all n log n, but it's faster and it's very good in memory wise. Let me explain the solution. First, if its length is 0, I return 0. It's obvious if there's no element, there is no sequence. Then I sorted the array and I go one by one for each element. If they are consecutive, if they are equal, I just continued because it didn't say the elements are unique. So if they are consecutive, I added one to the length. If they are not consecutive, I looked at the length. If it's bigger than the max length, I added one to the max length. If it's not, I just continued the iteration. After that, I returned the maximum of max length or current length. It's a very straightforward solution, but because of this function, it takes n log n time because sorting takes n log n time. So let's see a solution with on time. To solve it in on time, I used hash maps. As you can see, it's a hashing section problem, so it's okay to use hash maps. We have to think about hash solutions first because of the section of the problem. I created a map. And I will store the numbers as keys and the longest consecutive sequence with that number as integer. First I iterate through the array. If it's contained in the map, I just go to the next num. If it's not in that array, I just first look at its left, then I look at its right, and as you can understand, the longest consecutive sequence is consecutive sequences in the left plus consecutive sequence in the right plus itself. So it's left plus right plus 1. If there's not a k in the left, it just takes 0. It's an if statement. If true, it gets this. If false, it gets this. It's similar in the right one. So I stored their longest consecutive sequence for each number in some section. Then I stored the maximum of these in this integer value, and I look at the max length and I return the maximum. So that's it for this solution. And this one is like the half time of the other solution. It uses sets. I added the values in the set, then I stored the fastest one in this variable. I iterated through the set, and for each element in the set, if set contains that element plus 1, it means that our best one is 2. If it contains I plus 2, it means that our best is 3, so etc. It will go until he cannot find I plus something, and then it stops and look at whether the max is bigger than are best or not. At the end of the this loop, it returns the best one. So there's a on, there's on. It's the solution is on as well, because on plus on is on. I think it's most classy solution in this problem. It's this one is good as well, but it is worse in time wise. But I don't know why it's still better than this one. So thanks for watching. See you next time.